Greetings, Internet. Uncle Fonzo back. We are going to continue our epic Angular review. We are now at routing basics. So let's switch on over. Oh, wait. Let's get this actually to the right position in time. Where are we at? 9 hours in. We are right here. There we go. Now let's switch on over. Bring our good friend Santosh, the free code camp. All right, so now on to something else worthwhile. Angular router. Instead of our Angular basics section here. So we're gonna try to push hard this time. See how many hours we can get in here for this. Because we've got 8 more hours to go in this epic Angular review. Let's get to it.
But we don't have forms, and even we don't have URLs where we can click and move to different views. So this is what we are going to start right now. We are going to start with Angular router. So in this video, we will talk about the introduction, of course, and then we'll see how to set up router. We will also see some services which is provided by router itself. So we have activated router service. We'll talk about feature module, and we'll see how we can do feature module routing as well. We'll talk about nested route, child routes, lazy loading, route guards. We'll also see, if you remember in last session, we in last video, we didn't covered how you can communicate between multiple components using services. So that's uh, what will be covered in this part as well. We'll see how we can do that, and we'll also see Angular material. So let's go ahead and get started. So let's see what Angular router is. So it provides the functionality to add routes. I mean, what is the routes, right? So first we have to actually go ahead and understand what the route is. So let me show you a page, and I'll go to angular.io. So the uh, documentation, right? So here you can click on features, you can click on routes. These are different, sorry, you can click on features, you can click on docs, you can click on resources. So these are different routes which are available on this page. So using Angular router, we will be able to configure all this on the front end itself. So we don't have to do this on backend. It provides this SPA functionality, single page of do this on backend.
Okay, wait, let's pause. Let's go back because I didn't catch all that. Resources. Okay. Base drag and drop IDE by MetaMagic. What is this? Canvas is drag and drop environment to create fully responsive web smart devices. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Angular IDE by Web Clips. Built first and foremost for Angular. What the heck? Web Clips? Okay, IntelliJ and WebStorm. Those are the best two that I know of. And of course, Microsoft spying tool. All right. Interesting. Let's kind of curious. Let's go over there. Angular IO. Angular IO. Angular IO resources. All right. Let's take a look at that. Let's switch over so you can see what I'm looking at. There we go. Oh, okay. So this is kind of, oh, okay. Community development. All right, here we go. Oh, they switched them around. Okay. All right. Interesting. Tooling, ESLint, playground. Oh, nifty. Okay. Pre-render compo doc genie. Oh, mocks. Oh, nice. Okay. Observer spy. Observables that often are turned up to marble test. Okay. Protractor. Data library is a key to state management pattern built on top of a state management pattern. Angular Fire. Oh yeah, Firebase. Oh, the word used to be Firebase. Apollo. GraphQL, yeah. UI components. Juicy. Okay. Whole bunch of stuff. All right. Right on. I don't know. Let's stick this in there for future reference. Come back later on. Okay, let's switch back over and continue what I got here.
That we will be able to configure all this on the front end itself. So we don't have to do this on backend. It provides this SPA functionality, single page application. So if you see, we are still on the same page, right? If you click on blog, it redirects to another page. So this is different, but this is single page application. So where you can click on any, let's say we can click on docs, click on any of the URLs overview. You can see URL is getting changed, but there is no request to the server. So everything is happening on your front end, which means it's a single page application where everything is known to your application in advance. So it doesn't need to take any data from the backend, apart from the HTTP calls, which we'll be making. We can also configure nested routes. So what is the nested route? So you can see, if I click here, you can see guide is the main route, and then in guides we have different. I mean, this is not the child. Yeah. So you can see guide is the parent route, and then you have different child routes available inside this. So if I go to get started, you will find, okay, what is Angular, developer guides. But yeah, I mean, everything is getting loaded inside the same route. So we'll see how we can also configure something like this where we can replace some part of view. So that will be covered as well. So let's go ahead and see how we can set up router. So let's go back to the code. Sorry. So this is our code, and we don't have any routing functionality as of now. And let's go ahead and add that. So we'll be adding it inside app module. Let's see what needs to be done. Let's go back to the slides. So what we have to do is we have to first go ahead and import router module. So router module is the module which will provide us all the functionality required for or required to use the routing functionality which Angular has. So let's add. So I'll not do it here. So we already have something called app routing module. Remember when we created this application, there was a question using ng-new. So there was a question, do you want to configure routing module? And we said yes. So that's the purpose. So we can keep our code in different modules. So here, this app routing module is to configure any routes which we want to configure. So we already have this. So you can see we already have router module imported, and then we have exported it. So my app module knows about this. So you can see app routing module is already added here. So the step is automated now. Then we have for route module. So let's see.
Hang up for a sec here. I seem to have forgotten something. Let's see. Control Shift O. Oh, now you work. What the hell? Okay. App. There we go. Because we already had, because we already set that up there. So we have to do it by hand because we already got it configured as a framework should. Okay. Groovy. Okay, so we got that. Come out here, and now we go into app.modules. Okay, amazing. All of a sudden my keyboard works now. What's okay? All right. Am I just super dehydrated? I don't know what's going on. App routing module. Okay, so wait, your imports. Where are imports? Oh, there you go. Yeah. All right, buddy, keep talking. Let's switch back over to him.
The for root function. So here it is, for root. So you will be configuring for root only once. Remember this, you should not configure for root multiple times. It's singleton service, so in case you do, it will probably override the previous routes which we have added. So this is taken care, for route is also available. And then we will talk about default route, dynamic route, and wildcard route. So let's go ahead and see first how we can configure the routes. So what we are going to do is we are going to create multiple URLs as we saw on Angular.io, where you can click on guide, we can click on docs, we can click on features, and it moves to different UIs. So let's see how many components which we have right now. So we have this employee rooms and container. Let's say we have this three. So let's see how we can configure a route. So to configure a route, you have to pass two things. So first is you have to provide a path. So we will say, okay, this is path, and you can give any friendly URL name you want to. For example, if I want employees component to be rendered when I click on a URL called /employee, localhost 3000, localhost 4200 /employee, I can do something like this. So I can say employee. And when I click this, just go ahead and give me employee component. So first is configured. We will similarly do it for others. So let's say path, and we'll say rooms. And when I do this, I want this rooms component to be rendered. And the last one, is I want this to be, let's call it as container as of now. And when I do this, I want component, but one second. Okay, container component will not render anything by default, so I'll just remove it. I'll keep this. So we have two routes available right now, so employee and rooms. And let's try to see if our application works. And let's say rooms. I entered the incorrect URL. And it doesn't, right? It goes back to whatever we had. So let's see. So there should be an error. Let's see. Okay, right now, okay, that error is because, okay, this route is, okay. So when we are clicking on /room, so you can see, okay, there in UI, you can see the URL, but nothing happens, right? I mean, so it should only display the content related to rooms, or when I say /employee, it should only display the content related to employee, because we are missing one important thing. When we configure routing, we have to place, so I'll just remove this. I mean, I'll just comment all this out here. And container, let's remove this, let's remove this, and let's remove this as well. So here we have to place something known as router outlet. I'll come back and we'll talk about this, what this router outlet does. And let's see. So we have /employee, and it says employee works, and then there is John, because this is what it is available on employee component. That's it. Let's try with rooms. And you should be able to see all the details related to rooms. It works. I mean, sorry. So it works. I mean, so we have rooms related data when we click on rooms. We have employee related view, or we can say employee related data when we click on employee. So we have configured a route, but do you think this is usable? The answer is no, of course, right? I mean, generally we don't do that. We don't ask users to go ahead and click on this URL, so you will go to rooms, or click on this URL, so you will go to employees. We don't do that. We generally have a nice navigation available. Or whenever you do localhost 4200, let's see this. So 4200 and nothing happens. There is nothing available on my route. So generally what we do is, for this, we set up a default URL. So what we will do is let's
Root.
set up a default URL. Then we will see how we can work on the anchor links or
The
the
root
URLs,
URL.
and then we will add Angular material. So let's go back to the code and
That's what I wanted to see. Okay. So let's hit that because I wanted to code along with this while he's doing this. You know, it'd be neat if I could just and then I can. Okay. Now some reason you decided to go through all this and do this. That's another thing too. Like, how can I get you to jump to the end? That was no. There we go. 4. Okay. And now comment that out. There we go. Okay, okay. We are no longer in view mode, my friend. Come back out. Nice. And let's see if we can get to. Okay, wait. Hang on. Got to go into the. Can I do this? Can I do? Okay, looks like you want to be difficult. Okay, there we go. All right, so all right, there. That is. We are 4,200 or 3,000. I can't remember which one is the. Okay. All right. Okay, so blank page. All right. The outlet. Let's go back. Wait.
let's do first thing first. We will add the default URL. So what I want is, or as a user, as a developer, what I want is, whenever a user comes on to my page, let's say he enters www.abc.com, or right now localhost 4000, the user should be redirected to rooms. So how we can do that? So we can say path and redirect to /rooms and path match full. So it will match the entire path. That's what this path match full means.
Okay, let's make that happen. So we're gonna back over here and we're gonna go there and we're gonna do this. And we're gonna do this. And we're gonna get you into the redirect to rooms, redirect to rooms, path match, path match. Is there something outside of that? I can't really tell. That this mouse looks like it's mouse. Full, huh? Path match full. Yes.
You can also provide.
Okay. Path match. There we go. Semicolon. Okay, great, great. Slash rooms. Path blank. So this becomes the root. All right.
Regex expression in case you need to. Most of the application don't need that, so don't overcomplicate things. So here we are saying, okay, whenever whenever a user comes on my web page and there is nothing after that /4200, so the path is empty, redirect to the rooms, which is already configured, and make sure that you are matching full path. So let's see. And now we are redirected to rooms. Let's go ahead and verify it again.
Let's come on, where you at? Let's pop this open. Nice. Root directory is rooms. Look at that. There we go. Roomless works. Nice, nice. Okay.
Again, 4200, and we are redirected to rooms. So this is how the default URL works. Now let's see how we can actually add some navigation. So first, what we will do is we will add some anchor links, and then we'll see how we can ease this process by using Angular Material or any other UI library of your choice. So
Yeah,
I'll add
to get
anchor.
into that material.
Now you may have used href. Don't use href here. So let me show you what happens in case we use href. So of course we can do href is equals to rooms, and I can say rooms. And similarly, I can say employee. So these are two anchor links which are available.
Okay.
And let's see.
Right.
Let's click on employee and it
Href.
works. Let's click on rooms. Then why I'm saying not to use href?
Wait, let's go back. Pop. And let's completely get that. Okay, wait, hang on. So we had a little tick inside there. Oh, I didn't see that. Okay, let's go here. Tick, tick. Employee. All right, great. Close that off. Great. Okay.
And let's see. Let's click on employee and it works. Let's click on rooms. Then why I'm saying not to use href? Do you saw any odd behavior as we discussed about? Click on employee and you can see the entire page is getting reloaded.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is not an SPA. This is
Right.
multi-page application. This is something which happens in MPA, multi-page applications. So to avoid this, what you should be doing is rather than using href, Angular provides a property. So you can say router link is equals to,
Oh, interesting.
and let's see. Click on employee
Look at
and it
that.
works. Click on rooms, it works. But did you saw there is no page reload? So it means page is not getting reloaded. It's a single page application. On the same page, the views are being changed. Now coming back to our
Interesting.
this router outlet. We need to discuss it. Otherwise, how you will understand that how
Interesting.
this works. So whenever you click on any URL,
Huh.
what happens in case I just keep this router link and remove this outlet? Let's see. And nothing is getting
Interesting.
loaded. So there is no error. You can see cannot read out. This is something which is related to earlier view, but there is nothing which is getting rendered. Click on rooms, click on employee. URL changes, but there is nothing to render. So let's add back this router outlet and we'll talk about it. So whenever there is any URL or you have some provided some route which is configured, the thing is Angular looks for, let's go back to this. So Angular looks for this router outlet on your view. If this router outlet is available, whatever component which you have configured here. So let's go back to the configuration again. So here you have added some configuration, right? So load this component, load this component. So Angular will add this component just after this router outlet. Remember this. So you have rooms added just after this router outlet. In case this router outlet does not exist, Angular, won't be able to add this because there is no router outlet. So same in case I click employee, it will just remove the existing component and add this employee component. This is how this works. This router functionality works. So make sure, when you start, it will happen that you will miss router outlet a lot. Even it happened with me, and I still do that. Whenever I'm doing a live coding, I miss it generally. Not generally, but occasionally. Not, it doesn't happen a lot, but yes, it happens. So in case your router is not working, router functionality is not working, just check if you have router outlet available or not, and that's it. It will be taken care of. Now, what we have done, we have added the routing functionality. We have added the routes. We have added anchor links to shuffle between it. We have added the default route. We have even, yeah, that's it. So now what we will do is, now, of course, this URL, this navigation doesn't look nice, right? Of course, I'm not going to use this application if I have to. How does UI looks like? So what we can do is, let's go ahead and add material next. Now in this video, we will be adding Angular material to our application, and we will also add a navigation, nice navigation using Angular material itself. So the page is material.angular.io. This is the web page where you can read everything about Angular material. So it's a UI component library. Similar to, remember, we tried to add Angular Bootstrap. So this is some similar, but it uses the material CSS. So material, or you can say it uses material design. So material design is of course something which is created and maintained by Google itself. So they have created a component library on top of it. You can see it has a lot of components. You can go to components. It provides CDK as well in case you want to build your own components, which Angular already has, and it has a guide. So let's go ahead and add this. The first thing which I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the server because it will add some configurations to angular.json and I have to anyways restart it.
Yeah.
So let's
Okay.
go ahead and get started. So it says there are some guide for Angular, and then there are some steps which we have to do. So the easiest thing to or easiest way to install Angular material is just to run this command. So let's do that. So ng add Angular/material.
Oh, okay, I see.
So it says Angular Material 13.1.1 will be installed. I would say yes, because that's what I'm looking at. I'm using Angular 13.
Wait, go back, buddy. Go back. I want the same color. There we go. There we go. All right, version 16, huh? Interesting. 13. We're going to go to 13. Oh, that's a flaw. Huh. If I set this state to be this should stay, regardless of the version that I select. That's a flaw. I'm disappointed. My day is ruined and I'm deeply disappointed. Yeah, all right. Commentary about modern frameworks. Boy, oh boy. But you know what? It'd have been a lot worse if this was React. Let's go back. And we're going to select 13 because our guy here is on 13.1. We'll do 13.3.9. Unless I can specifically get 13.1.1. Let's switch back over. All right.
Guide for Angular, and then there are some steps which we have to do. So the easiest thing to or easiest way to install Angular material is just to run this command. So let's do that. So ng add Angular/material.
All right, let's do that. Let's probably stop this puppy. And oh wait, transition over so you can see me doing this. All right, so let's do that. Let's get this and let's say ng add Angular material. I'm glad he's doing material because man, am I tired of Bootstrap. All right, Angular material, and let's go. All right. Oh, the package will install executable 13.3 inch. Oh, nice. It recognizes that I'm on Angular 13. Okay, cool. Would you like to proceed? Yes.
So it says Angular Material 13.1.1 will be installed. I would say yes, because that's what I'm looking at. I'm using Angular 13. And it will ask you to choose themes. So the themes are same, which is available here. So you can see it has purple and green, pink and blue, deep purple and amber, and you can choose whatever you like. So let's go with indigo and pink, which is the default.
Which is the default.
You want to use Angular typography? We are not going to use it, but let's add it. Do we need animation? Yes, we need animation.
Nice.
Because a lot of Angular material
Oh,
component
no
uses
frameworks.
animation.
Oh,
You can
can't
disable them if you want to.
I
I mean,
can't
in case you are
get
using some
enough
older
of
browser,
saying
we have
that.
seen
4 years
the
of
animation
React,
doesn't work
man.
properly on an i11.
God.
In case you are supporting
Oh,
it, if you're not supporting it, you're lucky. Now,
5 years actually.
Angular has itself dropped the support for i11, and most of the uh, most of the applications out there doesn't support i11 anymore. And now it is added. Let's go ahead and see the changes.
Hey, let me pause this because man, my guy is taking a minute to reload. All right, Groovy. Okay, well, let's visually see anything different here. Let's see here. Let's actually let me show you on this screen. Let's go back over here and let's go back over here and let's go back over here and we'll reload this. There we go. Fonts adjusted. Okay. Seems to be the most outstanding thing. It's just the fonts being adjusted. But let's get back into our guy here. Okay, Groovy. All right. Like that. There we go. All right.
So it adds this CSS. You can see the CSS is added here, and it will add some styles.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It added some meta tags here,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and link, which is to you load material icons,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
it will also add browser animation because we said we want to use sorry, we want to support animation. So this
Mm-hmm.
browser animation module is added,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it. Let's go ahead and run our application and see how it looks like. Remember, we have not added the navigation as of now. We'll do that next once we see the changes on our application.
I was watching that compilation page.
Okay, so probably the changes are not that visible, but you can see the font is changed
Yeah.
because, of course, the Angular material has a different font, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, click on employee, rooms, everything works. Let's inspect, and there is no console error apart from one, which we have already discussed about this error.
All right, that guy. Beat
Now,
that
let's go
guy,
ahead and
man.
add the navigation as we discussed about.
All right.
So we'll go back to the guide section here. Let's see. And in guide, there is something known as schematics. I'm showing you because you should keep this in mind that whenever you want to refer it next time, just refer the docs. So you can see this.
Hang on. Install schematics. Hang on. Let me switch over to that. Where is that? Okay, let's go over here. Hit the switch. All right, so guides, schematics, getting started, schematics, theming, Angular material. Yes, I'm so excited about this. You don't know. Oh my god. Okay, 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 okay. I'm so into it, man. All right. So schematics. Ah, okay. I know I'm gonna build this. I got an app I'm going to build out that I've been wanting to rebuild for a freaking long time, pre-COVID. So yeah, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. Okay, 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 okay. I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking, should I do this right after Angular? Because I need to go back to Next. Man, I need to go back to Next.js. Build it out in Next.js, then come back to Angular, or build it out in Angular first, and then go back to Next.js. Maybe I'm okay, because all right. I think I'm gonna do. Why don't I just do both? Just do side by side. Like 1 week, do part one of the app, because I got to break down the app in parts, right? In phases, layout, pages, structure of content on those pages, right? So each phase, we just do it side by side. Yeah, why not? Just kind of like go back, alternate like that, side by side, build the same app at the same time in two different frameworks. That could be fun. That could be fun. Okay. All right, so let's keep going. So this installation and code generation, install schematics. There we go. All right, here we are.
Step is available here. And in case you want to install CDK, which we don't need as of now, what we want to do is we want to create a navigation. So for creating a navigation, there is a navigation schematic which is available. It means it's a command which will generate the entire navigation page for us, and we can just use it. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll do it here. So I'll say this is navigation. So I'll call it as this is the app navigation. And this is done. So we have
follow right along here. ng Angular material. And we're getting that from here. Yeah, okay, wait. Angular material navigation. Address form. Okay. Material. Oh, okay. Navigation. There we go. Component name. Ah. Create a new component that includes a toolbar with the app name and a responsive side nav based on materials. Oh, side nav, material breakpoints. Nice. Call it app nav. All right, let's rock. Sweet. Okay. Oh my God, I miss this so much. The trauma is real, man. The trauma is real. All right, so yeah, let's switch back over and continue.
this app nav.
I know I sound like such a big nerd right now, but you know what?
Navigation.
I'm totally owning it.
That's also fine, but yeah. So we have this component available here. Let me just close this, and it has some already code which is available. So we can see.
All right, well, we're gonna go in here now. We're gonna pop that puppy open. Let's go investigate it. We're looking for app nav component HTML, huh? App nav component HTML. Yeah, let's open that puppy. Yeah, that juicy puppy. Look at that juicy puppy. Oh, so juicy, so juicy. Oh, it's so juicy. Yeah, he's so juicy. Look at him. Yeah. Hey, so juicy. Oh, wait. Did we start the server up again? I probably need to start the server up again. Hey, let's see.
Okay, this is available here as well, and
Component.
some breakpoint observer. I mean, this is something which you may have to do by your own in case you don't use the schematic.
Right.
So let's see how it looks like. So what I'm going to do is, you can see.
Okay, where you at, buddy? Tell us what you're thinking.
Yeah. You can see it has some mat list with some href. We will be replacing these hrefs with router link, and this is where the content goes. You can see it says add content here. So let's replace and make this component available here. Let's comment this out. Let's comment this. And let's see our view. Let's see our application. So you can see it has some menu, link 1, link 2, which of course doesn't work right now because there is nothing which is configured. But you can see.
All right, hang on. Go back. All right, so you got that. What did you just do here?
Let's comment this out. Let's comment this.
Oh, he's trying to take those out. All right, so app component. Where are we at? We're over here. And we're gonna go. Well, if we're taking out, okay, I don't know why he's got that there, but I guess it's gonna be there's gonna be a reason for that later on. So, I did not call that, so we're gonna do that. Nav, is that? Boink. And we're gonna say you are this, and you are that. Okay.
And let's see our view.
Now let's get you running again. Pop up in the browser automatically. Which browser will it pop up in? Pop up into this one. There we go. Sexy. Okay. All right. So let's close this. Let's go back to you. Let's move you over here so you automatically become the first thing that pops in. All right. So now
let's see our application. So you can see it has some menu, link 1, link 2, which of course doesn't work right now.
Okay, but how did he get the thingamabob to pop into the thingamajig? Okay, wait. I'm a little curious. Let's see. Let's go back to where you at. Here you are. Got that over there. You are over here. All right. Am I looking at the right thing? Yeah. Let's close that so it doesn't look so confusing. All right. Rooms. There we go. But I'm not getting the pop up, the pop out, pop thingamabob, the hamburger. What's happening with the hamburger? So that tells me maybe I turned
because
something
there's
off.
nothing which is configured. But you can see also this is responsive.
Nice.
So you don't have to actually go ahead and make this responsive. You don't have to write any extra CSS. This is all taken care of. So a responsive navigation bar created for us without even writing a single line of code. Yes, this is what Angular Material does.
Sexy.
This is how you can actually utilize the schematics which is available by Angular Material.
I like it. I love it.
So let's add some. Let's make this navigation work.
I know I'm being a bit silly, but hey, man, I'm not super serious on this channel, bro. You want super serious and all clogged up? Hey, there's a whole bunch of other places to go visit. Right here, this is my chill zone where I relax and play with technology. All right, let's roll.
So here, let's go back, and we said here we'll add router link. And as we already know the routes, we don't have to actually go ahead and move it in box. So I can say, okay, this is rooms. And this is router link is equals to, I'll say this is employee. And we'll say this is employee. Remove this, and now we want to add a component here, router outlet.
Wait, go back. I want to see that again. Okay, there we go. Round link 2 is employee. Okay, automatically seems to know that. Nice. And we will say rooms, and what do I say? Link 2? No. Groovy. This one, of course, we don't care about. We got 2. Right, and now I go here.
We'll say this is employee. Remove this, and now we want to add a component here, router outlet. And
right, because this is the app itself, right? Yeah, we should just call you. Oh, that's interesting. It did not do really? Oh, that was weird. first time it didn't. The second time it did. That was interesting. All right, let's go back.
Let's see our application. It works, right? So you can now navigate to rooms, you can navigate to employees, and everything works fine. So this is how you can add Angular material to our application or any application.
Let's pop that open. Let's see that in the browser. There we go. Boom. There's our app. There's our material navigator. Boom. Ah, deliciousness. Deliciousness. Rooms, employees, which we haven't built out yet. Ah, I love it. I love it. It's great. It's great. Nice, nice, nice. Ah, lovely, 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 lovely. Oh yeah. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Okay.
And you can also configure the routes, and you can also add navigation without making much of an effort. So you can see it is responsive. It will work for mobile. So you can just click on mobile here and it will work. So you can move to whatever URL or whatever routes you have configured. So this is it from this particular video. So far, what we have done is we have configured the route. We also saw how we can set default route for our application. But let's see, there is one problem with whatever we have done so far, and we will see how we can fix it. So here, let's say if I try to enter a route which does not exist, and this is where the problem is. You can see blank page. And now if I go to the console log, let's see something interesting there. So in console, you will see an error which says cannot match any routes with this particular URL. So let me just zoom in. And of course, this URL does not exist, but we should not give a blank page, right? What we generally do in real-time applications, you might have visited a lot of applications, you might have used it a lot of web apps. What you generally do? Yes, the answer is 404 pages, right? In case you guess that, you are absolutely right. So the solution is to add a 404 route. How we can do that using Angular? So this is where we are going to do. So this is where we are going to do a wild.
Of course. Why didn't I think of this?
You are absolutely right. So the solution is to add a 404 route. How we can do that using Angular? So this is where.
Aha. Slide. Routing module for route method allows us to add multiple route config, default route, dynamic route, wildcard route. Of course.
We are going to do. So this is where we are going to do a wildcard route example, or we are going to see an wildcard route example. So let's go back to our code and let's open the configuration file. If you remember, it was app routing module.
Wait. Wildcard route. Okay. Side quest, double check. Where are we at? Let's see. Where are we at? Wildcard route. Oh, we down here now. Okay. Well, man, we going at a nice little clip. Okay. Yeah. Like it. All right. Let's keep going. All right. So we are going into app route module. This is why I didn't have the whole thing full before. Because I wanted you. Oops. Am I inspecting? Uh-oh. Hang on. Hang on to your hats, kitty cats. I tried to adjust some stuff here. There we go. I wanted this that way. There we go. All right, so now I can click on this. There we go. And navigate stuff better. Routing module. All right, let's go back to this and tell me what we're doing now, my friend.
And we had added this default route. Now let's go ahead and add a wildcard route, which we'll take care of when we talk about it. Let's first add it. So how to add wildcard route? You have to say path, and you will say double star, which is
double star. Interesting. Okay.
Let's write this and talk about it. Yeah. So the path double star says any route which does not match to any of these will be captured by this. And what we are doing is we are redirecting to rooms. Do we need to? The answer is no, we don't. So let's create a 404 page and let's redirect the users to 404 page. So let's add a component.
Wait a minute. Why do I have a? Why is this red? What's going on here? It's some little syntax thing I'm missing. Colon. Oh, comma. There we go. All right.
And we'll say ngc and we'll say this is not found. You can show whatever you want to. Probably I've seen a lot of inventive ways to actually show not found page. There are different applications which uses some SVG is like some skull logo. It depends, right? So whatever your use cases. Application can show what
SVG seems like something. Okay. Let's see. SG generate component not found. If we can only type. Component not found. Root location, yeah. Okay, great. And let's do it. Not found. No capital F, or I guess not. All right, we're doing.
whatever you want to. Probably I've seen a lot of inventive ways to actually show not found page. There are different applications which uses some SVG is like some skull logo. It depends, right? So whatever your use cases. So here we are adding not found page, and let's go back to component, and I'll set this, or we can set the resource you are looking for does not exist, right? So we can show this, and what we can do is we can just wrap it inside a div, and
Oh, shit, wait, no, not
let's do
HTML. There we go.
just add some CSS here, h1, and we'll say this is font size and font color. So color would do, and we'll say this is red. Let's see.
Okay, let's. Not found works. Great. Okay, wait. Let's see. Wait, go back.
And color font some CSS div and does not exist, right? So we can show this,
I don't care
and
about that. I'm just gonna say it doesn't work. It's perfectly fine. The default is fine.
And so here we are adding not found page, and let's go back to component, and I'll set this, or we can set the resource you are looking for does not exist, right? So we can show this, and what we can do is we can just wrap it inside a div, and
perfectly fine. It's a P. Whatever.
let's do just add some
Get you
CSS
to
here, h1,
behave
and we'll
properly.
say this is font size and font color. So color would do, and we'll say this is red. Let's see.
Let's get into that. All right, so H1. I'm gonna say H1. Get SAS finally. Ah, it's that. Okay, size. Okay, size 1.5. Color red. Color red. All right, great, groovy. All right, so let's keep going.
Go back to our application and let's try to enter URL.
Somebody that
But
doesn't
again,
exist.
sorry. Right now it will be redirected to rooms because we said it should be redirected to rooms here. But what we want to do is we want to redirect to, of course, not found page. So we can say component, and we'll say not found component.
Interesting. Redirect to rooms, employee component. Okay, no, it tracks. Redirect to yes, we're not trying to redirect. Yeah. So now that says send me to component. Send me to component not found. Not found. Not found component. There we go. And I redirect it to location. Send me to not found. All right. So straighten out a bit. There we go. All right. Okay, cool.
Let's save. And let's try to enter URL which does not exist. And here we are, the resource you are looking for does not exist. I think there is some problem with CSS, which is not taking the color. Probably it should be font
because you told it an H1
color, if I'm not wrong.
You told it to be an H1, but you gave it a div. So let's go over to the CSS and screw all that. Here, give me red. All right, so dot, right? Hashtag for a thingamabob and dot for that. Can I do you just take regular class equals red? Let's see. Will that behave? Bingo.
There is nothing called font color. That's strange.
He'll figure it out.
H1 select. Okay, there is something wrong, but yeah. Anyways, this is not what we want to do. So
It's because you named it a key tag. A div, excuse me. You named it a div.
yeah.
You
So
just have to
now
give the
what
div a
we have
class
is
name.
we have a 404 page which is available for us by using the wildcard route match. So this is how we can handle those scenarios. And let's see what's next. So now we will talk about how we can create dynamic URLs. That is interesting, right? So what in
Ooh.
case I want to redirect a user to, let's say, room/ID, right? So you might have seen some e-commerce applications, right? Let's take an example of e-commerce application. Let's open one. So let's go to Amazon
Good example.
and
Right on.
let's click on, let's see any product. So I'll say OnePlus 9 Pro. And when you click on this, you can see there are some parameters which is added after this, right? If you see this one, it has like SK OnePlus, whatever your product name is. And after that, you will see here, you have keyword OnePlus 9 Pro equals to this, a lot of parameters which is added in the URL. But in case we want to create some URL where we can pass some, let's say in our case, a room ID, and it opens a new page, right? I mean, it redirects to a new page. Let's see how we can do that, how we can configure a URL like that. So this is where we will be discussing about the concept of dynamic routes. We'll see how we can create dynamic routes. So the first thing which we'll do is we'll go to rooms. Let's see the UI first. So let's go to the UI first and we'll go to rooms. And remember, we added the select button. So what we will do is on click of the select button, we will redirect the user to another view where we can see the information about this particular page. As we move forward, we will actually change this button to book now. And so users can, not users, but let's say it's a hotel inventory management. So the hotel receptionist or anyone can book the hotel from this particular button. So they know which particular room number is this, and then they can just enter the information related to the user, and that's it. I mean, the guest, and that's it. So let's go back, and what we will do is I'll create a new component here. So let's go to open and integrate terminal. Remember one thing, I mean, I'm creating the components which are related inside a same folder. For example, right now I'm going to create a room booking folder, which is of course related to room. So I'm keeping this inside this folder. So I'll say this is ngc and I'll say this is rooms hyphen booking.
Okay, let's switch over. Let's get that going. All right, so we are navigating to app room. No, okay, wait. Room. So room with an S. Come on. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Oops. Go C slash app slash. There we go. Now we're in the right spot. Okay, so now we're generating a component called rooms booking. Oh, this is interesting. Ooh, this gives me an idea. Okay, rooms booking. All right, let's run that. Ta-da.
Now we have this component available,
Mhm.
and so now we have this component available. Now what we have to do is we have to redirect whenever we click on that particular select button on this component. So, but that particular ID will be, of course, it will be dynamic. We don't know the ID by default. I mean, in advance. So let's see how we can do this. So I'll say path.
Let's pause here, and we're gonna stick this in the same spot. Stick it in the same spots. After rooms, we're gonna say path. Yeah, what else are we gonna do here? Let me do the whole
Rooms.
line
Of
here.
course, rooms will remain same because that's the main URL, main endpoint slash, and you can put colon ID. And let's see what the purpose of that particular component, sorry, colon ID is soon here. And then we'll say component and we'll say this is rooms booking. Let's add this to module.
All right, so let's get that going. So we'll say transition that back over so you can see. All right, let's get that going. We'll say we'll say rooms slash ID. Everybody has a route. Everybody has a route. Slash ID component. Rooms component. Booking component. All right, great, groovy.
And this is this. So room slash ID and then rooms booking component. Let's test this right now. And is there any missing thing? Yes, there's
wait, we gotta do a
comma
here.
missing here. Let's close this. And now let's try to test this first. How we can test it? I can just
wait. We're gonna do the same thing at the same time. Let's go over here. So let's see. You can't quite see that like that. Let me scooch this over this way. Yeah, that's a little bit better. All right, cool. So let's go back to rooms. All right, there's everybody. All right, nice.
enter whatever I want to after room slash. And you can say it says rooms booking works.
All right, so we're going to give you an ID. All right. Uh-oh. We have a kerfluffle. Rooms slash 45. Rooms slash 45. Uh-oh. Why is his working? Why is mine not? What did we miss? Yep, that's ROOMS. Yep, that spells room. Read rooms ID, component, rooms, booking component.
And from
Eyeball this again, path. rooms. Oh, there we go. There it is. ID, hot dog. That's interesting. That didn't give me an error at all. Curious. All right, so let's go back. Bing, check that out. There we go. Rooms booking works. Groovy. Let's continue.
Where it is coming here. So it means my route is working fine. I mean, I can enter whatever I want to after this, and it will just redirect me to rooms booking works. Now, what we have to do is we have to make a link from this rooms list, right? So whenever we click on this particular button, select room, we should be redirected to that particular component. How we can do that? Let's see. So there are multiple ways.
All right, let's go grab that. We're going to say open, come here, you. List. Go, and let's get down here to where these buttons are. Okay, okay. Really? Okay, I guess I'm gonna do it that way. All right, so
I can just use router link. Remember, we right now on select room, we used to actually send the data back to the component. So what we will do is we'll just comment this out. And we will use button now. And with router link, right now, the router link value will be dynamic. So I'll put a box is equals to, and then here I can say rooms. So I can say slash rooms. And the next value is the ID which we want to pass. So we already have that particular ID, which is room.id, if you remember. So here room, and why we don't have ID? Anyways, we will say room.id, and let's close button, and we'll say book room. Okay, somehow it says rooms does not have ID. Is it possible? Room number. Okay, sorry. So we have room number, and I'll also add a class. So let's add the class BTN primary. Let's use the same one. So let's go back to our rooms. Now we have this book room button available here. Let's click on one of them, and you can see room/1. So you have the values available here. So let's
go back a little bit. Hang on. There we go. All right, now we got book room. Book that room. Book that room. Let's go back. Go back to rooms. We see you. We see book room. Woohoo! Awesome. Oh, you can't see that. That's covered up by other image. So I don't want to do this. I just want to turn that up corner off. So let's see. I'm gonna show you my code. So let's turn him off. Nope, that's not the one I want off. Where's that? There we go. Nope, that's not what I want. Where you at, bud? Which one of these layers do I have you on? Nope, that's that. That's this. That's this. I have you on none of them. Oh, right, because you're on a separate thing, chucklehead. Transition over. There we go. God, okay. Okay, let's move this up here in the order of layers. There we go. All right, so now we got the book room. We'll turn this on. Bing. Room booking works. Awesome sauce. Groovy. All right, let's turn that back on. Turn him back on. There we go.
Let's click on one of them, and you can see room/1. So you have the values available here. So let's go back again and click on rooms, book, and we have the ID as 2 available here. So now we have configured a dynamic route.
Nice.
Now we can actually navigate between that. But let me show you one more thing. I'm removing the slash here, and it has a purpose. So let me show you.
Wait, go back before you do that. So we're going to go to here, and we're going to get rid of the slash.
I'm removing the slash here, and it has a purpose. So let me show you, because this is something which you may face in your real-time application. So you can see now what is happening here. Now I'm not redirected to rooms booking page. Remember, I'm redirected to 404. The resource you are looking for does not exist. Why?
Because we
Let's see
broke.
the URL. Found the issue? Yes, rooms is
It's attaching.
twice.
Oh,
Why so? Why it
sub
was working before? So
sublink.
whenever you say slash, it means the route should start from here. By
Right.
default, the routing functionality works in a way that it will always append the previous URL, which is already, or sorry, previous, you can say
Yeah,
the
that's good.
parameters,
Yeah.
the route parameters, which is already available. That's the reason
At
it
that
was
spot.
like
Right.
so doing room slash rooms, because uh, we said
So you could
we
get into
don't
like
have
nested
slash,
routes
right?
like
So it
that,
will
right?
say,
Without the
okay,
slash.
the earlier parameter is rooms here, right? So it has a rooms. If I click on this, it is saying just go ahead and add these two parameters to the URL. When we put slash, it is saying just start from here. So whatever the URL is, I want to redirect to rooms slash ID. So this is the difference. Remember, really keep this in your mind, or you can just revisit the video again in case you get this error in future. So now we have configured dynamic URL. We are now able to redirect to the component as well. What next? What next? What do you think? What should be the next step for us? Yes, you guessed it right. We need to get the ID, right? So whatever ID we are passing, in case we want to book this particular room, we need this ID. We need to read
Right.
the
Param.
1 or 2, whatever value which is
Pull out the
available
param
into the
value.
parameter. So let's see how we can do that. For that, we'll go back to rooms component. And let's say what we will do here is we'll put
Right. Rooms booking component, my man. Let's see. We'll go back to rooms booking component. Rooms booking component. Are you in the HTML file? You're in the HTML file for that component. Okay.
the ID. I'll just do ID right now. And let's see how we'll read this ID.
That's not okay. That's red, so that's not going to work.
I'll go back
I'll be
to the
surprised if
slides,
it works.
and we will talk about a service called activated route service, because this is what we are going to use. Remember, so what activated route service does? So it allows you to
Of
read the
course,
router data,
right.
whatever router data which is available inside your application. You can also access the snapshot data. So we'll talk about what snapshot and the other data is, and then you can also access data from route config. We will see all these examples, but let's do first. What we want to do is we have right now the value which we are talking about is it is available inside our route, right? So we want to read this one. So I'll say private. This is a service and it is available by default by and provided by Angular router. So you don't have to do anything else. We have already imported the router module, so we don't need to register anything extra. So I'll say this router, which is activated route, right? So we have injected this service, and this should come from Angular/router. Remember this. And now here we'll say this dot router dot. So there are multiple parameters which we have, and the one which we need is we need params. And then in params, see this. So it's also an observable.
Right.
Yes. So
Nice.
router data is an observable. So we can say subscribe, and let's see.
Oh, cool.
I'll say let's say params, and
Subscribe to the observable. Okay.
is the next closing. Yes. And console.log params. Right now we'll just do this. Let's see what we get here. So console, and we have this, right? So we if let's zoom in. So we have ID and one. So it gives you key value, but from where this particular ID is coming from?
Hang on, let's go back. So console log params. All right, so let's transition so you can see me that I've got all this typed up, right? Let's get into the browser and see that. So console.log params do check request int yada, 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 yada. All that other stuff from before and redo this. All right, there we go. I do not see what I'm looking for. Hang
right?
on,
We
go
ID
back, go back,
and
go
one.
back.
So it gives you, right? So we see
Hang on.
what we and console.log params. Right now,
Oh, rooms booking. Oh, because we got to be on the rooms booking. Okay, so that means we go here and then down here. There we go. There it is. Awesome sauce. Okay. All right. Cool. 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 Okay. So that's how we pass our params. All right. Routed our params. Cool.
now we'll just do this.
Observable.
Let's
Subscribe.
see
Nice.
what
Okay.
we get here. So console and we have this, right? So we if let's zoom in. So we have ID and one. So it gives you key value, but from where this particular ID is coming from, right? We are not saying this just go ahead and read ID. Let's go back to our code base and let's go to the configuration. This is the ID. So Angular knows that okay, this particular key, whatever I'm passing here, is actually defined as ID. You can name it whatever you want. It doesn't need to be ID. I mean, you can just say room ID. Let's try that, right? So we can say room ID, and let's see here. So you will get it as room ID, not ID. So keep it whatever you want to. Should be, I mean, it should describe itself, right? I mean, here we are talking about room, so room ID does make sense. I mean, even room/ID does make sense, but just not to get confused, you can just keep it whatever you like. Now we know.
All right. Right on. Just to follow along with that, I guess we can go ahead and do that. So where are you at? Where are you at? You are in app routing. You could do that. I mean, that does make sense to me. Okay. Room ID. There we go. I would probably capitalize that I. But anyway, room ID.
Know the key. Now let's try to retrieve the values. How to get it? So here you can say params dot get.
He's thinking. Oh, he's looking at his notes most likely. It was booking component. Yes. There we go.
There are multiple ways,
Get
so
lost.
we can do this one. Let's try with params dot. No, this is not the one.
Hang on. Pause that. Let's go back into the app because I can just look at this, can I? Reload you. Room ID. There we go. Okay. So isn't it params dot room ID? I mean, what's the I don't know. What's isn't it would it be that? Params dot room ID? Why are you red? I don't know. Why is it red? That's trippy. All right. Okay, so now we're not doing a console log. We're just grabbing it. We're trying to. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I see what you're up to. All right. Boink. Boink.
So params of room ID, and let's see. We need to, of course, do a console.log. So
Console, man. Console.log. Okay.
so let's do one thing. So I'll say, remember we already said we'll be using a variable called ID,
Oh, wait,
and
he
this
didn't
is
do the
number.
console
So
log?
I'll
Wait,
say
what's
this dot
wait. What are we doing?
ID
Okay, wait.
is equals
What about
to
the console log? Was that a
param
cut there? I don't
of
know.
room ID. So let's see. and we
Okay,
will
that's
save
red.
this as
Why
well,
is that red?
the template one.
He's doing stuff. Nope.
Okay, it has no initializer,
Because you
so
got red. Okay.
I'll say this is default to 0.
Hang on, I'm gonna go back here and check this out in the browser again. All right, Santosh. So let's reload that. Yeah, same thing. Okay. What was the point of that? I don't know, but all right.
And you have one available here. So you can see the value which is available inside our route is now we are able to capture it. So let's go
He's
back,
trying to
click
go
on rooms,
to.
click on room 2, and the value 2 is available here. Let's go available in
Okay,
0
wait, go back. So
initializer.
what are you
So
up to? So hang on, let's go back.
okay, it has
All right, that. Okay, rooms, booking, component, HTML. Okay. So let's go here. We're gonna do this. We're gonna say ID, which we can't read now because we have not defined it in our controller. I mean our component file, our TS file. Let's go
no
here.
initializer.
So here we are. Okay, so you are of type number. And then we are saying this other business. This.id is this value. It's room ID. Okay. Okay, but that's okay. Why is that? What's going on here? No initializer. No initializer. What do you mean by that? No initializer. What you on about? Okay, so let's go here. Let's grab this. Let's take a look at that. Same thing as before. Okay, cool.
I'll say this is default.
Initializer, initial value. Param is now displayed on page. Okay. Way of passing that value from the URL into the page. Okay.
Default to 0. And you have one available here. So you can see the value which is available inside our route is now we are able to capture it. So let's go back, click on rooms, click on room 2, and the value 2 is available here. So this is how you can actually go ahead and access whatever dynamic parameter you define inside your URL. But let me show you one more thing here. So here you remember we always we said while talking about RxJS, you should not subscribe. Remember, while talking about observables, we said we should not subscribe. It will lead to memory leakage. So how we can actually
Stream.
make sure that,
So now we're going
I
from
mean, how we can
subscription to
avoid this particular
stream.
subscription. So there are ways, of course, the way is using the RxJS operators. So here what we can do is
Interesting. So purposes. So like, all right. So now we want to do.
we can actually do something like this. So I can say this dot id is equals to, I'll say this dot router dot, let me show you snapshot as well. Sorry, we actually wanted to discuss about this as well. So params snapshot dot params of room ID, and let's see snapshots, and then we'll come back to the subscription. So let's
Okay,
go to
buddy. Wait, what you
and
doing? So, all right. So we turn this off. Okay, that's just an example. But now this router snapshot param. Okay.
let's see snapshots, and then we'll come back to the subscription. So let's go to rooms and click on one.
Wait. Who's this? 1020. This sounds like an accidental side quest. Is that 1020 or 1029? Looks like it's sitting right on there. I guess it's 1020. Let's go in here to our listings of things. 1020. Yeah. Hang on. So we have what do I want to do? I want to go to, can I get you to do, nope. Hang on, I want you to all the way to the, where's the front? Nope. Wait, wasn't the front like this? Nope. How do you say front of the line and whatchamacallit? This, there we go. All right, so yank that, turn that back on, open up a new line, turn that back on, paste that. Yeah, that's not what I want. That's the truth, but that's not what I want here. Let's see. 1029, 25. Wait, what the? Did I just undo that? Wait, no, I didn't. Okay. We're going here. Go here. All right, look, I can't remember. Yeah, yank that. And then paste that here. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay, there we go. Let's see, redo that. 20. Let's redo this. Redo this. All right, so you were going on about snapshots, dynamic, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, we're going into, what's a snapshot? Okay, snapshot. Yeah, snapshot. Oh, snapshots. Okay.
Let's go back to
Actually, it's more like he got into it about there, 119 or 118.
rooms and click on 2. So you might be wondering, okay, if I'm able to get the data using snapshot, why should I go ahead and use subscription? So remember, snapshots will never update the data in case you are changing the value being in the same view. So whenever a new value is emitted by anyone, that value will never be captured. Right now, we are actually we are navigating to another view. So it knows, okay, we are coming from another view and I need to update or take this data from snapshot. So this will never receive a new value in case it is already in the view. Remember this, because in case in future we'll talk about child components, and if you try to access using snapshot, you may get into issues, right? Where the value will never be updated. So this is snapshot, but this is not what we are looking at. So I'll say this dot ID. I'll create one here. Let's create ID stream is equals to, right?
Did we even talk about snapshots before? This feels like something that just came out of nowhere. Wait, I don't think he talked about snapshot before. I don't think you talked about snapshot before, my man. And let me verify that endpoint. So that was at 19, 15, 16, 17. Let's get
route. Right, so we have injected this. We'll say this dot, the one which we, so it's all subscribed and
right.
yes, what we get here. So we have, right, our code here is, I mean, you can just say room should describe it, makes sense.
Looking forward to get to this part where he starts talking about the snapshot.
Something is equal
19.820.
Click on room, access whatever dynamic parameter you define inside your URL. But let me show you one more thing here. So here you remember, but let me show you one more. Says whatever two is available here. So this is click on rooms and you have one available here. So you can see the value which is available inside our route and you have one. And okay, it has no initializer. So we param of called ID and this is number. So I'll say this
Yeah,
dot.
we'll say that. We'll say right at 19 is where we'll put that breaker at. Yeah, okay, perfect. All right, yeah. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So again, part of what I'm doing is updating these positions in the video so that I can come back later on and edit this video with waypoint markers, time markers directly in the thing. So, all right, Groovy, let's continue.
ID is equals to param of room ID. So let's see, and we will save this as well, the template one. Okay, it has no initializer, so I'll say this is default to 0. And you have one available here. So you can see the value which is available inside our route is now we are able to capture it. So let's go back, click on rooms, click on room 2 and the value 2 is available here. So this is how you can actually go ahead and access whatever dynamic parameter you define inside your URL. But let me show you one more thing here. So here you remember we always we said while talking about RxJS, you should not subscribe. Remember while talking about observables, we said we should not subscribe. It will lead to memory leakage. So how we can actually make sure that I mean, how we can avoid this particular subscription. So there are ways, of course, the way is using the RxJS operators. So here what we can do is we can actually do something like this. So I can say this dot ID is equals to, I'll say this dot uh, router dot, let me show you snapshot as well. Sorry, we actually wanted to discuss about this as well. So params snapshot dot params of room ID. And let's see snapshots and then we'll come back to the subscription. So let's go to rooms and click on one. Let's go back to rooms and click on two. So you might be wondering, okay, if I'm able to get the data using snapshot, why should I go ahead and use subscription? So remember, snapshots will never update the data in case you are changing the value being in the same view. So whenever a new value is emitted by anyone, that value will never be captured. Right now, we are actually we are navigating to another view. So it knows, okay, we are coming from another view and I need to update or take this data from snapshot. So this will never receive a new value in case it is already in the view. Remember this, because in case in future we'll talk about child components, and if you try to access using snapshot, you may get into issues, right? Where the value will never be updated. So this is snapshot, but this is not what we are looking at. So I'll say this dot ID. I'll create one here. Let's create ID stream is equals to, right, which is type of, sorry, type of observable of number, because we know what this is going to be number. And put this here. And let's see. So we'll say this dot ID, which is stream, is equals to this dot router dot params dot. Now we will use pipe because we don't want to subscribe. And here we will use something known as, there are multiple operators we can use. We can just use map, right? So let's go with map. I mean, this is the easiest one, right? So we can say map and you can see the ID, it says it will be type of number because it knows the type. And let's move and use this ID pipe async, right? So what we have done here, so we said now
Oops, this time I forgot to turn that back on. Let's see that. I'm going to set up this observable. Observable. Your number. Okay. Now map. Okay. Look, it's map. Okay. Map. Okay. All right.
Now we are not going to subscribe manually. We can just do this. Let's try to avoid this, and let's do this. ID is
Okay. Wait.
equals
What
to
are you
this,
doing? That's okay.
and I'll comment this one.
What the hell? Okay. Wait. Wait. What? Wait. We're reversing this now. Wait. What? This will be okay. So we're setting the okay, dude. We're setting the variable to this. That makes sense. Why did you set that to that before? Okay, wait. Okay. Not understanding. So let's grab this. We grab all of that. Copy, 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 and we'll put you here. Paste, paste, paste. And then all of this becomes what?
It's format, and
So what are you doing down here? What?
let's see the application. So you have the value when
But you
available
got
here.
nothing
Click
here.
on
There's nothing
rooms
here
and
now.
values 2. Click on here and values 3. So we are still able to get the value, the param value, by using async by. We are not subscribing anymore. And we also saw how we can get the data from params using.
Yeah, but wait, how is that? You just move that here so that, but how is that being read anywhere? D number set to 0. Are we even using this anymore? I don't think we're even using this anymore, are we? Wait. Oh, on the view, right? Right. So wait, what? Wait,
And
no, that's not clear, buddy.
let's see the application. So you have the value when available here. Click on rooms and
Do we? Let's go back. Let's take a look at this. Huh. Oh, that's 0. So something got undone. Here, go to 3. I got nothing. That's 3. That's that. So wait, you must have gone back and changed this to what? $? Now if I go back, is it there? Oh, I got object. Bro, what did you do to the HTML? There's something missing here in this edit.
values 2 is equals
Nope.
to
Nope.
5.
There you go. That's what I missed. Async. Okay.
Sync. Right. So what we have done here. So we said now we are not going to subscribe manually. We can just do this. Let's try to avoid this, and let's do this. ID is equals to this, and I'll comment this one. It's format, and
Well, not subscribing manually. So that was a manual subscription I was trying to do before. And here we're just saying stream, set this stream to this value. I think that's what that's saying. Okay. Okay, just some differentiate between those two. Okay. low. Before resting on string here. Okay. All right.
Uh, let's see the application. So you have the value when available here. Click on rooms and values 2. Click on here and values 3. So we are still able to get the value, the param
Okay.
value,
Okay.
by using async by. We are not subscribing anymore. And we also saw how we can get the data from params using the activated route service. And what else? What else? Here, let's talk about. So here, let's talk about one more thing. So right now we are using this params property, right? But there is one
Wait.
problem with params property. What in case we have multiple values available as part of your query, your parameters, right? What in that case, what you will do? Of course, you can say params of another value. But there is another API which is also available, which is more preferred than this params. So let's try to use that particular parameter or particular property. So I'll just uncomment.
Wait, what is this? Oh, he already had it sitting in here. There's a little hard edit. Okay. All right. So we've got, oh boy. Okay. Let's type this out. Let's go. Let's type it out. This dot router params map. That's what we're about to get into now, huh? Oh, wait. No, that was the subscribe from before. Right. So hang on. Let's turn this on back. Wait, nope, nope. So let's turn that back on. All right, let's see where you go.
This. And rather than params, we will use something known as param map. Same, it also emits the observable, but let's see what is the difference. What is the difference here? So I'll say params, and to get the value, here you can use params dot. And now let's see this. So it has some methods like get all, has, keys. So you can, before even accessing the values, sorry, before even accessing the values, you can see if this particular key exists or not, right? So it is really useful in case you want to retrieve multiple information and other information is probably, let's say, optional, right? So you can just check if this particular key exists by using has, and then you can access the value. So here you can say get, and then you have to provide the key again. The key will be room ID. So this is how you will be writing it. But as we already have this code, what we will do is we'll replace this using this one. So you can say param map and
So we doing that craziness again. All right, so hang on. Turn that off and then do this. And now we're just moving everybody up here now, huh? Params dot get room ID. It's the same fracking thing, except you're just saying, I need this dot router params map. I feel like I should have made a commit here, you know? Use that map pipe dot get. That's all you got going on here is this. That's gnarly. Okay. Oh, I don't have a map there, do I? Wait. Rams map dot subscribe. Okay, I see. All right, so hang on. There we go. So we'll just say this. Copy. Cannot. No, this might not copy. Wait. Select that again. Copy. Paste. craziness, man. All right. Okay. So, I don't have time to mess around with all that. All right, so delete this. All right, so this dot, what are we looking at? This dot router dot RAM map dot pipe map rams dot get.
And here I'll say params dot get room ID.
It's kind of, that could be a little tighter. Params dot get room ID. Fantastic. Okay, great. Now, let me turn that off, right? Because all this is off.
And let's comment this out. We don't need it anymore. We just wanted it for reference. And let's go back to our UI. And we still have this working code available. So you can see the values, whatever.
Params map.
Value we change, we are getting that value available here. So this is a prefer param map because it is like more clean UI rather than actually just getting the value like this, which may throw an exception in case the key.
Oh, there it is. Okay, so this dot ID params. Okay, this here. Let's switch that. Cut. Paste. Okay, great. Now, all right. So this dot ID equals this dot router. Blah 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 blah. Router params. Yada yada yada. Param map. Okay. Preferred. Okay, great.
Does not exist. Here you can actually go ahead and check if this key exists and get the value. So this is from the dynamic routes, and let's move ahead. So before we go ahead and utilize more services related to routing or more functionality related to routing, we are going to have some more views. And for
Okay, I think this might be a good spot to stop because I'm hungry. Yeah, we're at 25. Cool sauce, template driven forms. Yeah, one. Because we are going to stop down here. But I have got to go feed the belly. So we'll pick up again in a little while, like maybe 30 minutes or so. Yeah. Thank you for anyone who came by to check out what's going on here. Let's see, wait, where are we? Are we still in Router Basics? No, we stopped Router Basics. Okay, cool. So this whole block can be, and now we're going on to template driven forms. All right, cool. Created route service validation for Steam. Wait, 26. Yeah. He looks like he's still talking about some activated route service. Oh, wait. What you got going on at template driven forms? What's
For that, what we are going to do is we are going to jump right now on into forms. So what we will do is we will create
area?
some views using forms, and we will combine both together. I mean, forms plus routing. And
Okay, okay. All right, yeah, we're going into forms. All right, solid. So stop here, come back in a little while. Thank you for stopping by and checking this out. And yeah, see you in the next one.